Welcome to the It Podcast. As you all know by now, the It Podcast is powered by Monterex. Make sure you head over to monterex.com and take advantage of the 15% off they offer if you type in Legit at checkout. Monterex have been the main sponsor of the podcast for a while now, and their gear is a belter. So head over to the website now and take full advantage of the Legit promo code. What's happening, everyone? Welcome to the It Sportcast. It's me, Andy Grant.
It's me, Jordan Neild.
Dying 1 week to go. What's happening, sports fans?
I know.
Have a great Friday, everyone.
Do you reckon we should change our intro?
Well, I changed it recently to my voice, didn't I? Oh, you mean the Monterex thing?
The people know who we are now, don't they?
Yeah, we don't need to say Andy Grant, do we?
What's fucking happening?
What's happening? It's Friday.
I reckon we go with what's happening, sports fans.
What's happening, sports fans? Go ahead, we do that. Again, you know what to do by now. Monterex, you get 15% off. There, you get 20. You type in Legit for there. You type in Legit 20. Sorry, you type in Legit for Monterex. Legit 20 for there. And also Health Kick Kitchen. Boom. Yeah. Just spoke to them this morning. Dropping our scran at lunchtime.
Flying.
Thanks, lads. So get onto them as well. Type in Legit 10 and you get 10% off all your food stuff with them. Big thank you. Listen, hope you all have a Boss Friday. If you're a Red, it's a big weekend.
It is, isn't it?
Because hopefully it's a win-win, I think. If we start with footy, it's a win-win. Everton have got Man City. I'm not bitter, but listen, if Everton happen to go down, they go down. I know you don't want them to, but no. Listen, it is what it is. So if City beat them, then do you know what I mean? I'd rather Everton win and obviously take points off City, which then would be great for Liverpool.
Yeah, that's the type of game Everton will get a result in. Weirdly.
I hope they do.
Do you know what I mean? But,
I hope they do. So they'll have that. So hopefully Everton can halt City, and then obviously Liverpool. I've got the Carling Cup final on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. So we're recording this beforehand, but Liverpool have the game in hand against Leeds.
Yeah, we could be saying this and we might not capitalise and beat Leeds.
So let's just be quiet. But yeah, hopefully by time, at the end of the weekend.
Yeah, we're recording this Wednesday afternoon, so apologies, we can't comment on the Liverpool-Leeds game. Hopefully, though, it's just routine and we win and we go into the weekend hoping to close the gap even more so.
Yeah.
With the Carling Cup coming up, for Liverpool to win the league, the FA Cup, the League Cup and the Champions League, 150 to 1 with Sky Bet, with a maximum of a £10 stake.
Yeah, it should be higher odds than that, but...
Do you think?
Yeah, that's... To do four's hard, you know.
I know what you're saying, but when you look at them individually, you think, it's just a one game against Chelsea.
Do you see if we draw Man City in the next round of Champions League, we play them 4 times in a week or something?
It's 3, isn't it, I think?
So it's like Champions League, then it's like the league decider, if we're both on equal points, then the second leg.
Imagine if we got them in the FA Cup.
I reckon it'd be Liverpool City final, mate, Champions League.
Imagine if it goes to the last game of the season in the league and then the Champions League and then the FA Cup all against them.
I badly want to win the FA Cup.
I want to win a cup.
Yeah, I mean well,
listen, I want us to win all 4 if we're going to say what we want.
We've got a chance, haven't we, obviously, with the Carabao, but mate, I would love to win the FA Cup. It's old school, isn't it? It's old school trophy, the FA Cup.
Yeah.
But
anyway, I threw a tenner on them, 150 to 1.
You spent tenner's worse ways than that.
Yeah.
100%.
God, tell me about it. Your coffee is at a tenner.
Fucking my coffees, I just pay for them.
Mate, the title race is back on, innit?
You called it, to be fair, and I apologised to you on Twitter after you saying on Patreon the other week that I don't know how to apologise. I did apologise to you and I made a point of it, but
I just never thought we were out of it. I just thought there was only ever 6 points if we won our games in hand, and I just thought if we keep winning with the squad we've got now, which I think we're more than capable of doing, I don't know. I just didn't think they would. To be honest, the only game I seen them messing up in was against us. I didn't see them losing at home to Spurs. I'll be totally honest. Especially Spurs. You know what I mean? It was so hit and miss. Yeah.
And I thought that they're capable a little bit of going on these runs where they just roll wins out. You know what I mean? And we can throw the odd draw in here and there. That was my theory, but that Spurs game, mate, it wasn't a freak either. They won fair and square. Like, do you know what I mean?
I think City are always going to have the possession, aren't they, in most games, but it's. I think there's a difference in having possession and actually look like you're going to hurt them, and if you can get them on the counter. Yeah. Listen, I was buzzing for that.
Nice a big Harry to the start of season, wasn't it, at the Etihad?
I know, yeah.
He hasn't done a tap all year.
I was telling George, I put a bet on him to score first goal, and when Son squared it, I'm like, boom, I'm in here. I started cheering, not only because Spurs had scored, but I thought I've won my first goal bet. Who's that fella?
that looks like from a distance like Harry Kane.
I don't even know where he's come from. He just starts for Spurs now. Have we gone over your last man, like, publicly? No. So that was on Patreon. We went over
Patreon, we spoke about it, yeah.
Do it briefly, yeah.
So I picked Arsenal. The other lad picked Chelsea. I'm sitting in the main stand with my daughter. Liverpool are winning, Everton are getting beat, and Chelsea drawing while Arsenal are winning. I'm thinking, my God, what a perfect Saturday this is. 80th minute, Arsenal go 2-0 up. Chelsea are still 0-0. 89th minute, Chelsea score.
Dreams are crushed.
Dreams are crushed, which means the last man goes on for another week. 3 minutes away from 10 grand. Absolutely heartbreaking.
I said to you, didn't I? I would rather have Chelsea won 4-0 and just been like, right, it didn't work.
Exactly.
It didn't work this week. Next week we'll go for it again.
89th minute, killed me. So yeah, anyone who's interested in my last man standing, it's still.
Who are we going this week then?
I'm going Southampton.
Yeah, at home.
At home to Norwich.
In a bit of decent form.
I think the only other club I could have went for was Man United, who were at home to Watford, I think. But Watford's got a win there at the weekend against Villa, and also United are away in Spain tonight in the Champions League. So
if they get a result there, it's sort of half an eye on that second leg sort of thing as well, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But has he put his pick in, the lad?
No.
Oh, is he holding for it, yeah?
But I've just went fuck it, I've went Southampton. So pray for Southampton, please.
Hopefully you're sitting here. 10 grand richer.
Another little thing that I don't know if you ever do it, is where you pick 5 goal scorers or to score every weekend.
No, you told me about that though, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm in one of them as well. That's 2 grand a pot for that one. I got 3 in last week. The one I didn't get in, one of them was Lukaku.
7 touches.
7 touches. No wonder he hasn't fucking scored.
Mate, he had 2 in the first half and 1 was the kickoff.
Why is he... I seen the thing though, Chelsea have a problem. I feel there's certain clubs, aren't there? I think Liverpool always have unbelievable strikers.
Yeah.
You know, when you think it can't get any better, it does. Do you know what I mean? From kind of when I started watching football, from like Fowler to then Michael Owen.
Yeah.
You know, Torres coming in, Suarez. Yeah. We've always had. Chelsea are not one of those clubs. Think of a striker that's absolutely dominated for them over the years.
Drogba, that's it, innit?
Oh yeah, Drogba, sorry.
But he's like, other than that, they've had like Shevchenko, Crespo. Yeah.
Remember that Muto?
Yeah, I do Muto, yeah, he got
done for Charlie, didn't he? But they just struggle with strikers, don't they?
They've had some mad players, Chelsea. But Lukaku's a proper enigma, isn't he? Because like, if you know anything about football, you watched him last year, when he was at Inter Milan, you would go, fuck me, like that's one of the best strikers in the world.
Chelsea have got a player here, yeah.
And then he comes back, and it's like, what the fuck happened? Where's that fella we signed on? I don't know if it's confidence, mental block, or it's a mixture of him not really wanting to be at Chelsea and Chelsea not really playing to him. It can't just be him. He's not crap, is he?
No.
He's a goal scorer. It can't just be he's fell off a cliff and he's crap.
No.
It's got to be something that Chelsea do.
Long may it continue.
Oh, fucking right, yeah, but...
Here's where he scored about fucking 5 at the weekend.
Yeah, double hat-trick.
Talking about double hat-tricks, not to go on because it's a bit negative, but did you see the girl who plays for Liverpool?
I took a vote, geez. Perfect as well, wasn't
it? Left foot, right foot header?
Yeah.
Shut up, was it? Yes. I think
that's heavy, that week.
I think she plays for New Zealand, I think. It was an international game. Poor girl scored a hat-trick.
Imagine that flight home. 20 hours.
24-hour flight thinking about your perfect own goal hat-trick.
At least you wouldn't have been able to go on social media though, but she's getting fucking battered on there.
Yeah, so Lukaku there.
Bromley, yeah. It's a weird one. But he's got to move for me. At
the end of the season, you think he's gone?
Yeah, it's gone too... I'd go back to Everton or someone if I was him. Mate, big fish.
You might not want to play Championship.
That was cheap. But, yeah, like, do you know like big fish, small pond sort of vibe?
Yeah.
Where he's like, you know, it's Lukaku's the man.
Yeah, but he wasn't at Inter though, was he?
He was though, wasn't he? Because Inter aren't the team they were. Do you know what I mean? They're not at the status they were at.
Still winning the league.
Yeah, but for example, if you take him out of that team when he was there, it was a big, massive miss, wasn't it? Chelsea leave him on the bench, it's like, oh, we throw Havertz there, or, you know, Werner, who's crap anyway, but we put him in. But like, we're at Everton, it was the same. It was like, you know, we need Lukaku in order to push it. He's just, with Man United, when he was, again, just another pawn on the chessboard sort of thing, it was the same, wasn't it? It was like, you know, in and out of form. I
think he strikes me then as the fella who you need to kind of make a bit of a fuss of.
Yeah, you need to. He's a bit soft, isn't he? Not physically. I mean, like, you know, I'm guessing his self-confidence and needs to be constantly, you know, showing that he's the man.
Mate, we just mentioned then about women's football. Did you see a bit of a landmark case there? So a lot of the women of America, of football, soccer, US soccer, they've been campaigning for equal pay.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I stand on this, to be honest, because, women are equal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not one of these who think women are below men. Certainly, women are.
No, not in society's roles of like, an accountant or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, it comes back to, before I touch on football, it comes to tennis. I don't believe they can argue for same pay in tennis when they don't play the same amount of sets.
Yeah.
So it's a 5-set decider, isn't it, in tennis? Men's tennis. In women's, it's only 3.
Yeah.
But they're arguing for the same pay. In football, they've been arguing for the same pay, and it's come to a landmark case, and I think they're now being awarded 17 million quid, and it's going to get backdated for women's football.
What, for each? So, like, spread between each...
I'm guessing so,
player,
yeah. So I don't know how far it's going back, how many World Cups, but...
I think, in society, for example, like pretty much like I said there, if you've got an accountant and a male and female accountant who are doing the same job, they should be paying the same amount of money. The reason it changes in football is because you're creating money commercially, aren't you? You're not creating money, you're not got a limited company where, you got in and out. It's all created by the demand for it.
Yeah.
The demand for men's football and the demand for women's football is not the same yet.
Exactly.
So the money being created is not the same. But that said, just because their game isn't as prominent as the men's, that doesn't mean they should be paid a pittance.
No,
Do you know
of
what I
course
mean?
not, no, yeah.
But they should be paid in reflection of the game. And as that game grows, as should their pay. But it's the same, it's like, it's the constant comparison of women's football and men's football. It's like what we went back with boxing and UFC. They're different sports. The same route. Yeah, the rules of football are the same, but they're not. They haven't grown completely next to each other. Do you know what I mean? Women's football has only come to prominence in recent years in terms of on the TV and being able to do sponsorship and stuff. So well done for standing up for yourself and stuff like that. But I mean,
I think they've got a right touch there.
Yeah, but like that's then going to be like, it's like WSL going, oh, we want 100 grand a week. You're not. There's no way to generate £100,000 a week.
Yeah, exactly. So listen, fair play to you women in America. You've smashed it there, getting 17 mil.
As long as it keeps moving the right way and the women keep getting paid in accordance to growth, I think that's the way it's got to go, isn't it?
Good luck being the one who divides that out, by the way.
Yeah, fucking hell. If I was top scorer, mate, I'd be going, listen, I'm getting a big old cut of this.
You'd have the female Jimmy Traore going, hang on, yeah, what's going on?
Where's my 13.3%?
Mate, fucking hell. Sports show, it's happy Friday vibes, but it's not cool. What's going on in fucking Ukraine, lad?
No, not good at all. I mean,
if anyone listens to our Patreon episodes, you'd just have me there fighting alongside you, but not Jordan.
Someone had not put sugar in your tea and you go, what? We're going to war. Clancy loves war, but...
The Champions League looks like it'll get moved, which...
I think it'll be, as I said, I think it'll be City-Liverpool final myself.
I would have liked to have went to Russia there, though.
No, you would, but it's like...
In an
ideal world, because remember when they hosted, was it the World Cup they hosted? 2018. I remember loads of people saying on like radio shows and stuff, saying, fucking hell, like this is like St. Petersburg is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been, but like us ignorant English people have got this, oh, it's always snowing in Russia, do you know what I mean? Like it's just like a narrow view of it.
Mate, you know what's totally off sport for a second, but Billy Connolly tells a joke and he talks about Scottish people, I think it was being negative or something or whatever, and he goes, you imagine when the first TV ever got made, and he's there and he brings it home, it's only been invented the day and the TV's there, he turns it on, he goes, yeah, we've got a TV, but there's fuck all on.
Yeah. There's always a negative indeed. Yeah. Always.
But yeah, that'll get moved, no doubt. Hopefully Liverpool are in it, we can talk about it more, but not good at the minute. Mad one, Jack Wilshere.
Oh, Denmark.
Gone to Denmark. What's happened with him?
You would never have predicted that, would you?
Didn't you play alongside him?
No. He was same year.
Was it Paddy Lacey who did, or
Paddy
Adam
played
Morgan
him,
maybe?
Paddy played him, I think. Oh no, well, one of them.
One of our guests have had
but
on,
Jack Wilshere was, mate, what he did when he first popped on the scene is just...
Well, I know, you spoke about it, you're a big fan. That's just such a mad... Because he's only, 29, 30?
He's the same age as me, 29. He should be now.
In his prime.
So, like, Thiago for Liverpool, they were in the same wonder kid bracket, weren't they, when they were coming through, because he was coming through at Barca. So he should be. Obviously, Thiago's gone, Spain, gone and won the league and the Champions League in Germany, coming to Liverpool, now, a major player in Liverpool's attack of 4 cups, whereas Wilshere's over in Denmark. It's just, I know you can't directly compare, but he wasn't any less talented, do you know what I mean?
Another one that popped up on my little Sky Sports thing, I think you might have put it in, was the Masters are back.
Yeah.
You're a fan of the Masters?
Yeah, didn't you like it?
Yeah, no, it was good.
I think...
What's the kind of specifications for, like, being in
it's
that?
Adam Lallana, you know. No, he's behind the company that have bought it.
Oh, really?
He's involved, yeah. So they bought it.
It's a good financial move, that.
Yeah, there's a couple of them, I think. They've bought it and they're bringing it back, and I think within 2023, I think it launches.
What I mean, how old have you got to be retired from it?
I mean, you can put Stevie in there, mate. Fucking just Stevie.
That's what I mean.
Well,
Imagine Liverpool's team in the next couple of years.
I think it's over... I don't know if it's over 40s or something. It's got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah, that was good, though, to watch that.
Yeah, but I mean, now the standard would be even better, wouldn't it? Because
that's what I mean.
when players retire now, they don't really... I know, there's the odd exception, but they don't get, like, fat and that, do they? Most of them.
Yeah. The only couple more things in sport, mate.
In sport or in footy?
In footy,
sorry. Fucking curtailing it 20 minutes in. Yeah, that's this week's show. It was garbage.
Are you thinking Everton are safe now? I know they've got City at the weekend and they'll probably get pumped, but are you thinking Everton are...
Not yet.
Obviously, they got beaten.
Yeah, I think Newcastle's form's probably a worry. In fact, they're just picking up points constantly, but...
Because I think they come in, didn't they? Obviously, they got beat. Then they got the win against Leeds and everyone thought, right, thank God, we're all right now. But then reality here when... getting beat by Southampton.
Yeah. My gut tells me they're safe now, but I just don't want to commit to it yet. But hopefully they do, and then they can then obviously reinvest. But they've got their own problems, haven't they, with this? I don't want to go on politically, but the UK are having this thing with Russian people and money in the UK. The finance for their stadium and stuff is through
really?
Russians, isn't it? Well, Usmanov, is it? So speaking to me Evertonian mates. So he's got the naming right for his investment. He's got the naming right for the stadium. But Boris Johnson's talking about like freezing accounts and all this stuff, isn't he? So just another thing in the Everton pile of problems.
You are unlucky if you're in blue, aren't you?
Oh, mate, 100%. But like we obviously championing a city. We fucking need it, don't we, as a city on the money it'll bring in, like.
Just another reason to hate Boris Johnson.
Yeah, he was
free up the Russians' bank account, lad.
Please, yeah. He was
need the stadium built.
Old Boris was at the front of our quiz night, wasn't he? This week, he was one of the questions. Boris, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, what's Boris's first name? Alexander, wasn't it?
Yeah, Alexander. But
mad one.
Yeah, he was getting stick from all angles in that room.
On that one, we done our first ever Legged podcast quiz. It was only for Patreon members, so if you're not a patron, it's another excuse to get signed up and not blowing our trumpet, but it was fucking boss, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a video going out this week, isn't it?
Yeah, there'll be a video out this week.
But honest to God, it was fucking incredible success. Like, funny.
We had Big John Neal, just the quizmaster, who absolutely nailed it.
Nailed you.
Just ripped into me all night, which was funny.
Sizest.
Yeah, yeah. It was brilliant. We had like a picture round, general knowledge, sports.
Drinking out of your leg.
Drinking out of the leg for the loser. And we managed to raise 750 quid for the Owen McVeigh Foundation.
Should shout out Betmate, actually, who obviously sponsored the podcast. The guys there actually won the quiz.
Yeah, we had £100 for the winner, and they donated the £100 to the
Owen McVeigh Foundation.
The Owen McVeigh. So, yeah, it was only 50 tickets. We're going to keep it quite niche. So, 50 tickets are up for sale, but you've got to be on Patreon to get a ticket. So
another one in 6 weeks' time.
Yeah. So, get signed up. Boss laugh.
Shout out the Angus.
Yeah, the Angus hosted it. Brilliant. Keeping it a bit lighter for a minute.
Oh, no. Not the meow.
Do you reckon that's true?
No, the lad come out, didn't he, and said, the lad tweeted saying it was fucking true. He had the FA ringing him and everything.
Shut up.
So basically he just constructed a tweet in the way that a journalist would. So, the hashtag, I think it was like new or WHU new and stuff like that. And it went viral.
Brilliant.
He was like, just going to have to say this was like, I was only joking. I've had the FA on the phone and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
So the story was, if anyone missed it, that I think it was Chris Wood, was it?
Yeah, Craig Dawson complained to the ref at half time because every time Chris Wood went near Zoom and he was doing a meow.
Meow. Oh, how amazing would that be?
Chris Wood hasn't got that sort of banter. I don't think he's dry as fuck.
God.
But yeah, that was some story. That's power of Twitter, mate.
Yeah.
I honestly say, like, the negatives of Twitter, there is plenty of them, but how that fucking app is free. Honest to God, mate.
I want that to be true, though. I want someone to have seen it and then maybe start doing it now for real.
Fucking hell. Or the crowd. Every time he fucking gets the ball, just the one big massive meow. He's horrible, isn't he? He's not getting... Yeah, it's died down.
It's died down a bit, hasn't it? Yeah. The only other thing I was going to say, which is probably a bit But did you see the fourth official's reaction when Kane scored that last
the
minute winner?
turnaround, yeah. Do you know what, though? I think that was a bit of a... I don't know. You know, sometimes videos that are slowed down, they don't quite capture...
That wasn't slowed down when I seen that. It was...
Do you reckon he was actually gutted? No,
I don't know.
I'm not having that.
Have a look and see what you think.
Yeah.
Pep obviously is wounded. Conte runs off, looking like he's off his barnet, going to celebrate.
Probably was.
And the fourth official just looks
turns around,
a little bit saddened.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Anyway.
I just sometimes it can lie to you, can't it? Like videos.
Well, I think footy done. Anything else, Jordan, footy?
No, it's hard, isn't it? Because it's going to look a lot different come Sunday, isn't it? Depending on how some fixtures go. So,
well, there's loads to talk about in boxing. If we finish off in the boxing, there's a bit of sport in between that caught my eye this week. Some of it quite interesting. My man Novak.
Oh yeah, he's back on the court, isn't he?
He got the standing ovation I think he deserves because, listen, not getting into the whole get vaxxed, don't get vaxxed. I just believe in you shouldn't be forced to do anything that you don't want to do. He doesn't want to get it done. Fair enough. By the way, he should have just got it done because I went to Italy for the Inter Milan game last week. Never got fucking checked once.
No.
So it's all a farce anyway. But anyway, regardless.
Yeah, good on standing his ground for what he believes in. Whether you believe that to be right or wrong, that's on you. But the fact that he got a warm welcome, I think, is good because welcome, it's not like you don't want to. Whether you agree or disagree with something, we've had this chat on Patreon as well. Whether you agree or disagree, that doesn't mean you're right. You know what I mean? You can't push someone and sort of ostracise them because they've got a different view to you. That's not the way to start running the world at all.
No, exactly. So he got a warm welcome, which was nice to see. Got off to a winning start. But then also, I can never say his name. I got a bit of shit about this.
Oh yeah, because you called it... Yeah, because
I said no one had heard of him.
Yeah, but
I didn't mean that.
I just think you would avoid saying his name, weren't you?
Yeah. The world number 3, Alexander
Zverev.
That's hard, that. He's been disqualified for unsportsmanlike behaviour because after he lost his game,
smacking the fucking umpire's
just
chair.
Gets his racket and just goes and smacks the umpire's chair, which was a bit weird. Anyway, yeah, he's been done for unsport. I don't know whether he's been fined or just been, but I think he got beat anyway. So I don't know how that kind of thing works.
Do you know what the thing is? Like, because tennis is such like an upper echelon sport. When someone does anything like, so for him that's him like losing his rag, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if you're in like these fucking rag ass sports, like that'll be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, but it is a little bit like, fucking Ming, what are you doing? Because the umpire's there. And he's not like attacking the umpire. He's like, oh,
smacking his chair. But
it's a bit like.
I reckon when he got in the changes, his mate was like, "Yeah, you done him there, lad."
You
smashed him there.
Hey lad, he's shitting himself there, lad.
It's like upper class Sunday League footy.
Yeah, so that was the world of tennis there. I thought was quite interesting. Mate, your sport that you tried to get me into, the old NFL, it's in a bit of hot water. Yeah. I think this happens more than kind of makes the news. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a race row. Is it the Miami Dolphins? Is it? Have I got that right?
Yeah, Brian Flores. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're sort of saying that he was.
He's come out and said that they basically want a white coach.
Yeah. Well, the thing with NFL and the way they select coaches. So when these jobs come up, they openly sort of release interview lists. And you'll know. So, for example, just to keep it back to the UK, if no one understands, Liverpool got a job, they would release and say, we're interviewing Gerrard, Conte, Brendan Rodgers, and whoever else, right? And they'll say, right, he's got one interview, he's got two, it's going to be on Zoom for an hour or something like that.
They make all that public?
Yeah, so it's all out there. So you know, and sometimes, people in the game will know times, how it went, stuff like that. So then obviously you get these lists, and then he's obviously qualified for certain jobs, and then he's like, well, I didn't get that. But then it comes back to like, why didn't you get the job all the time? And when you make something so public in the public domain, people are gonna gossip, aren't they? And say, well, he didn't get that, but there's 8 white coaches on there and stuff like that. But
it's so. I mean, I don't know enough about the NFL to know whether he's decent enough to, keep the job or whatever, or get a job. But it's so hard to be like.
It's tough because
it's opinions, isn't it? At the end of the day,
but there is statistics to say there's only like 14% of these are not actual figures, but there's only 14% of black head coaches or whatever it may be, and that's all truly is correct. But you then have to dig about it's back to football, isn't it? How many white people are applying for the UEFA A licence and how many black people? So then it's the
pool of people that they then got to get.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not actually reflective, but it's definitely a conversation to be had because, you know...
We see it in the UK, don't we?
At the end of the day, the best person, regardless of colour, creed, you know, whatever they
religion
identify as, it's the best person to get the job, but he obviously doesn't feel like that's right, and it's, you know, it's his right to say that, but it's, as you say, it's just a very dangerous conversation, isn't it? Because the figures aren't quite reflective of what actually happens.
No. Going from NFL to golf, I thought was quite funny. So Phil Mickelson, seen what he's come out and said?
I didn't see what he said, but I seen that he's taking wholeheartedly apologised.
Yeah. So we've mentioned a few times.
We're going to have to start doing that, you know, some of the shit we've been saying.
Yeah, on Patreon. Listen,
no.
I called people who play games all night virgins. Clearly it was a fucking joke before anyone comes at me from the Mars fucking back room, or what I should say. But anyway, and then we didn't show that much care and appreciation for the Queen who's got COVID, but that's a fucking joke if you can't take us.
I can just see me and you in a couple of weeks and the dead solemn faces. I just want to apologise for our actions.
Oh, yeah. I do not think Prince Andrew is a nonce. Promise. Anyway, yeah, it's all joking aside, but yeah. So we've mentioned a few times now about this Saudi Super League for golf.
Yeah.
And a few non-disclosure agreements had to be signed, and a few people were skating with the idea of getting big money deals to go and play. I think now people are coming away from the idea. Rory McIlroy's come out and said he's not going to be part of it and stuff. So Rory McIlroy, I think, come out and kind of said a very PC, it's not something I'm interested in, but thank you anyway. Phil Mickelson come out and said, those guys are scary motherfuckers.
Did he? Yeah.
He's come out and then he's had to say...
Is that all he said and that's what he's got to apologise for?
He called the Saudi Arabians scary motherfuckers.
Oh, fucking hell.
So he's come out and had to say, I don't mean that. They're very nice people and I'm very sorry for what I've said.
And I will not be joining.
So, but what it has done though is it's give players a bit more of a foothold with the PGA.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to asking for a bit more of a bargaining chip, because they now know there are potentially other ideas of making them more money. So, despite Phil Mickelson calling them scary motherfuckers and the likes of McIlroy distancing themselves, it's potentially a good thing for the future. And the other thing with golf as well, mate, it's been a year since Tiger Woods had that car crash.
Has it? Wow.
I don't think he could ever recover from that.
No, but I think he openly admitted that, hasn't he now? But
Yeah, that was mad. Remember when that happened?
Yeah, I do, yeah. The thing is, it's like, it's for Tiger Woods, it was just like the top of, obviously he had all them injuries, didn't he? And then he went and won a major again, and then he had that. It's that whole like year or whatever, it's just reflective of his career, isn't it? An absolute genius. Probably the best player to ever play golf. And just self-destruct mode, but some player like...
Top shagger apparently as well.
Is he?
From all accounts. That's why he got done with his missus, wasn't he? When she smashed his car with his golf clubs.
Did she? She used to drive it?
Oh, I don't know what club she used.
7-iron, like that. Bosh.
Oh yeah, maybe we should do one on that, because apparently he was a top gooser, like.
Well.
Sorry if that's for any women who listen, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Bit of a womanizer.
Referring to someone as a top gooser is probably a little bit close to the line. But
he liked the ladies, put it that way.
Whether he's enjoys being in a monogamous relationship or not.
That's right, like we're going to send someone. We're going to send me down the bank.
Do you know what what ruined that? It's because I knew I was acting. I messed up the word. Oh, yeah. Come on, Tiger, get your fucking ducks in a row, lad.
Yeah. Couple of bits on horse racing.
Oh no.
Tiger Roll will not be running in the national.
Fucking hell.
Which is
other news, water is wet.
Which is another shame.
That's all he fucking says.
I quite like Tiger Roll, but I don't hate the owner, but
I do.
He's the Ryanair fella, isn't he?
Michael O'Leary, yeah.
That's
gobshite. He says the same thing every fucking year.
Why is he not running him?
And then he's right at the front of the queue and they're about to go Tiger all day like that.
He's come out and said he's not running, which would be a shame.
Whatever. Just say sound, don't run him then.
But yeah.
So that story about him, my dad always rolls that one out, you know, when he won the Grand National. And he got on his plane, he stood up at the front, he was like, you know, oh, thanks for getting on me plane, I've just won the Grand National, everyone can have one drink. Give a quote, everyone one bevy.
One drink. Fucking hell. What a minge bag.
Well, yeah, that's why he fucking owns Ryanair. Have you ever flew with them?
Oh, yeah, flew with them last week.
You'd a fucking ounce over, 200 quid fine.
And in sad news as well, a guy who we met, Oisin Murphy. He's been banned for a year and given a 30 grand fine for breaching COVID regulations and a couple of drinking things.
It's fucking, just a, oh.
It's a bit of a fucking kick in the teeth when our own Prime Minister hasn't been fined yet.
Mate, Gordon Elliott got 6 months for sitting on a dead horse.
It's a farce, isn't it?
So he's basically, as my understanding, he breached COVID rules.
Which everyone did.
Yeah, and then he is... So, I think, if I'm right, the alcohol test is half of the drink driving. Mm-hmm. So, I think it's 17.5 or something along them lines. And he was, I think he hit that, or he's just at a point where, you know, it flagged something up. But that's not a great deal of alcohol from the night before. But he's openly said he's got an issue with alcohol. He's not hid it. He said, you know, I've turned to drinking. This is a kid who's in his 20s, who is the best flat jockey in the world, is earning an obscene amount of money, is like the youngest winner, I think, in Japan or whatever it may be.
Rather than help him, they're just trying
to... He's at the forefront of the game at a very delicate young age. Probably got a load of people relying on him financially. As openly said, I've got an issue with it. And your option then is to go, right, okay, your living's gone for 12 months, all the best, mate.
Yeah, it's a farce.
That's the way to deal with it, is it?
Yeah.
So what do you think? I'm not trying to put words in the lad's mouth, but I'm just using my own fucking common sense. What do you think Oisin Murphy's going to do for a year?
He's got nothing to do for a year.
And he's got a lot of money. What do you think he's going to do?
Yeah.
He's going to drink, isn't he? And
couldn't agree with you more, George.
Like, it's just...
It's like you said, though, mate, about the whole Rooney documentary. He's come out and said I had anger problems and all that, and the FA was like, okay, well, forget about the drinking for a minute. You went out to hurt John Terry.
Exactly.
Talk to us about that.
I mean, but horse racing gets this bad rap, and I honestly say, like I've said to people before, like, you know, give it a chance, you know, people talk up cruelty and all that stuff. Gordon Elliott and them don't help it. But then something like this comes, and it's horse racing's perfect opportunity to go, right, okay, our best jockey, so what you talk about with Djokovic, so the best flat jockey in the world's not going to compete now next season.
Yeah.
So there's that flat season, isn't it? No one gives a fuck. And it's like, you've got an opportunity to make a point and go, right, look, this is our best jockey. We're going to help him. He's coming back. Like...
Couldn't agree more, mate.
Fucking just...
Couldn't agree more.
Just asking for trouble now.
Before we finish off on the boxing and UFC, mate, we had, just quickly, the Commonwealth Games are going to go a bit more political. I think they're going to allow, if I've read this right, they're going to now allow people to make a political stance, you know, when you're on the stage and stuff. Yeah. I think, which could be a good thing.
Yeah, I mean...
depends what fucking political stance you make,
yeah,
I guess,
but it's like what we're saying about...
People start throwing a fucking Nazi sign up when you win gold.
Well, as you said by Djokovic, it's like, you know, you have to give people a platform to express their own views, but it's, you know...
Yeah.
You're opening... It's tough one, and hopefully everyone behaves themselves.
And finally, mate, the F1.
Testing's back out.
In Barca. Everyone's having a little sneak peek of everyone's got, so I'm getting excited just seeing the lines pop up for the F1.
So properly televised, though, I want to watch.
Yeah. Well, you will on Netflix, won't you, at the end of the...
Yeah, but the next season of Drive to Survive's out, isn't it? March the 11th.
Is that when it's out?
Yeah, Netflix. And that weekend is the weekend before we go to Cheltenham, the UFC. And
tickets sorted. Main man Jordan sorted the UFC.
So we got 2 UFC tickets. So Cheltenham Thursday. So down to Cheltenham Thursday, watch the racing, go to the racing Friday, the UFC Saturday, Liverpool United Sunday.
Hallelujah.
Doesn't get better than that. But so that weekend before is going to be a little binging session of that.
Yeah. Let's finish off, mate, last 5-10 on the UFC and boxing. One of the craziest knockouts I've ever seen, by the way.
John Hill, it's a problem, isn't he?
What happened to his whole body when he got hit?
Just froze, didn't it?
No, well, not at first. He kind of goes
forwards and then
he goes forwards and he ducks down and he goes up straight and then just it's the craziest knockout.
He's got serious power, Hill, mate. Serious power.
I didn't watch the whole card, I'll be honest, but
it was a great card, you know.
I did watch that.
You know, I've said loads of times, like the cards are like, oh yeah, don't watch this or whatever. Some absolute bangers on here. David Onama, who fought Mason Jones, who's a Welsh lad, he come in on like 2 days' notice and he give it to Mason Jones, didn't win. I thought, oh, he's good, I'll keep an eye on him. And so this finished just after Khan Brook, and then it was his fight, and he was getting peppered in the first round for like 3.5 minutes, and then in like 30 seconds made 10 punch combination he threw, knocked Benitez clean out.
No.
Like 10 punches unanswered. It was fucking incredible. So he's a bit of a problem, like, but Jamahal Hill, that dude's got power, hasn't he?
Yeah, it was a good fight.
But so he is he's obviously a contender now at light heavyweight. Johnny Walker, I think he's 4-1 now in his last fight, but when he popped in, he was meant to be the next fucking main man at light heavyweight. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see who they match Hill with next. But yeah, them little low-key cards, they always produce. There's another one this weekend.
What's on this weekend?
Islam.
Not a big one, no.
No, you know, we had a bet on Hackparas the other week. The guy who messed that up, Bobby Green, has took a late notice fight against Islam Makhachev, who the one who put Dan Hooker's arm behind his back. Do you remember it?
Yeah.
But he's probably the best, the best lightweight coming through, the biggest threat to our mate, the human backpack. But so it'd be interesting to see him. Obviously, I think he'll deal with Bobby Green quite well, and then head towards the title shot. But yeah, there's Terence McKinney's on this card as well, who I don't know if you've seen. He has a bit of back and forth with Paddy on Twitter all the time. So it started with he holds the record knockout for the UFC, 7 seconds. It might be even less than that. Him and Masvidal it was. But so he said, well, Paddy's getting all this hype. What I did, I'm in the same division. Paddy went back, said shut up. But then it's become sort of like a weird friendship, like that, like Till and Chimaev. It's like, but then Paddy said to him on Twitter publicly this week, he was like, mate, me and you'll sell out a pay-per-view one day. So you just keep winning, I'll keep winning. Me and you'll sell out a pay-per-view, yeah. So, for us as locals, it's good to keep an eye on the likes of Terence McKinney, who could, eventually be in the opposite corner to Paddy on the big night.
I liked Paddy's tweet, obviously, with the wind this week, and it blew the roof off the O2.
Storm Paddy. Have you seen Till and Chimaev in Sweden? Love to be in there.
It's good to see Till still actually, because you don't know what he's been up to, do you? But obviously he's still been working hard, it looks like.
Be good to it would be great to watch them two go at it, like. But fair play to him going to Sweden, because it's a bit of a den over there, like. You're not
bit of a hub of fighters.
Yeah, but you're not going to get any like sort of people going, oh, you're Darren Till, do you want to have a little soft spar? He's probably going to be getting it given to him, especially by Chimaev. So good on Till. Yeah, hopefully he comes back stronger for it.
Yeah. Anything else on the UFC before we finish off on
no, but next week is Masvidal Covington, isn't it? Best friends, the best enemies. So next week it will be a very heavy UFC show. So yeah, there might be a few bets later in the week that I'll post up, but low-key card should be on a bit of a friendly time for the UK this weekend, so keep an eye out.
People ask as well about my footy bets. I'll post the footy bets in the YouTube comments, so check them out a bit closer to the weekend. Mate, defend boxing for me, mate, because what the fuck happened?
How long you got?
What happened with that fella who ends up going in the ring with the GB captain, Olympian?
Made me a load of money. That's what he did.
Well, I know it did, but I didn't get it on in time, you bastard, and you text me to do it. George texts me, goes, lad, put a first round stoppage in now.
Even 6-4, it come out as 6-4.
I saw the message about 2 hours later, and I was like, where is it? He went, oh, it's gone now. They took it down.
Sky Bet took it down, yeah.
How did that come about?
So basically, he was he was a bare knuckle fighter, white collar fighter. He went for his pro license and got it. So he's in the pool of fighters, so that's okay. But he's not made his debut yet. Fraser Clark is obviously an Olympic bronze medalist. Had fighters falling off, coming back on, coming back on. Didn't have a fight in the week. This guy, I forget it. What was his actually name? Joel something.
Don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, but he was at the public workouts. Jake Darnell, and obviously I texted his manager saying any chance of a ticket. Man should have gotten on. And then the manager's obviously just gone and said, look, I've got a heavyweight there if you need someone. Fraser Clark. They've had no one at late notice, and then he's just somehow got the.
How much do you think he's got for that?
Oh, I mean, not much. Like
20 grand.
No, don't reckon.
Mate, I was watching it and I was like...
Might have got a bit of like late notice money maybe, but...
I was like squirming watching it. It was bullying. It was... Yeah. I know the other fella's got to do his job.
Yeah.
And he's got to put him away, but...
I'm just glad I'm glad to see his corner throw the towel in, because obviously... Did you see his Sunday League team tweeted, by the way, saying he's fine because he didn't turn up? But his corner looked after him, but it's a mismatch, wasn't it? Bad mismatch. Fraser Clark's not some run-of-the-mill heavyweight as well. Been in the Olympic Games.
No, I know, yeah.
So, but yeah, thank you to Bet365 who paid for next Christmas.
Mate, the only big fight I started watching, to be honest, mate, was that one, and then it was the ones I was interested in, obviously, was Tasha.
Yeah, Tasha, what a performance. I mean, we called it last week, the knockout, didn't we?
Yeah.
Gail being inactive. But I'll be totally honest, a couple of people have said to me, a voice noted me on Instagram and stuff and said, what do you reckon? I said, I was really confident until I seen fucking weighing. This girl was big, but she was inactive and obviously just a league apart from Tasha. And Tasha just got the job done. Absolutely ran right through her.
Yeah, it's impossible not to love Tasha, mate, after an interview as well.
Just good energy, and she.
Yeah.
We talking, like, obviously not to go back to it all the time, but the quiz night and people were asking us, and it was like, just getting good energy in the room is what we try to do, and there's no one epitomises that more than her. But the other fight we was talking about, Brad Ray, who I said last week was the, I think we had the bet, I put up in my preview 1-4, and then I said the KO on the show.
Oh, I saw that fight actually, yeah.
Put him out in the round, yeah. He's sponsored by Sedulo, actually, who's like friends, obviously, of the podcast. He is probably the prospect to watch, I think, this year in the UK.
Really,
He's a big, he reminds me of Callum Smith so much, but he's like, you know,
yeah, I can see that
middleweight,
actually.
but he's just vicious, like, seriously vicious.
Mate, and the other one, mate, was which was an absolute banger. Carnbrook. How good was that?
Do you know what? It was good because they both shot a bit on it, but just like we said last week, Carn was more shot than Kelbrook was. But
got your betting again, not to go the distance.
Yes, we had not to go the distance in the Brad Ray KO, which played about 11-10, so that was nice. We had a good day actually.
Yeah, really good day on the boxing.
But yeah, I think, you know, Brook clearly was very fit going into the fight. His ring walk was fucking unreal. But yeah, Carn. The other thing with Carn is, people can say he's got no chin, he's this, he's being battered by this person, whatever. Mate, he's so fucking game. He weren't looking for no way out there. Like, he was like,
he's arguing, he got a chin, mate. He was getting clipped a lot, and he was just there, boom.
He takes some shots, and it's his legs. They lose weight, but he took some big ones on the chin, and he always has throughout his career. His chin is not the problem. It's obviously his punch resistance wasn't great, regardless of where he gets hit. But then it obviously diminished even more. Loved his interview at the end. There was no bullshit of, oh, you know, I wasn't fit, I had this shoulder injury. He just said I got beat. And what? And, you know, I hope he made a load of money. I hope he walks away, and I fucking hope to God Kelbrook walks away, but he won't.
He won't, mate. That the Eubank fight there.
Conor Ben, I reckon.
Conor Ben.
Eddie's a bastard, you know. So Eddie, she promoted Kelbrook all the way through his career, been through him some dark times, personally knows his dad, his mum, family. And then he's going, I've got Ben here, you know, I'll pay him to come do you. The allegiance is just
some money about it, a minute.
But
say it all the time, mate. Yeah, I'm up for anyone making a couple of quid, but don't make that be like your top couple of priorities, mate.
No, absolutely. But Beefy threw his name in the ring as well, didn't he?
I've seen that,
so,
yeah.
You know, Beefy would be a good fight if he beat, if he comes and goes through Jesse Vargas. But yeah, Kelb, I know he won, but if you watch the fight, mate, he missed with a lot of shots as well that he would never miss with. Don't let this sort of cloud the fact that he was the fighter that he was, because he's not. It was just that Khan was more shot than he was.
It's mad how fast Khan is still, though, isn't it?
Crazy fast.
You're like,
it gives you the fucking headache, doesn't it? It's like, slow down. But yeah, I hope Kel walks away, but there's too much dough on the table now. It'll be Ben or Eubank will put too much money on the table, and he'll go. And you know what, he could still hang with them too, because, you know, I'm not convinced on either of them being at that level yet. Ben obviously is on his way up, but Eubank's 33 in September. He's not like some fucking kid. But yeah, I'd wish he'd walk away, but he won't.
One person who is coming off social media, mate, in prep for his big fight, now that it's been signed, is Tyson Fury.
Praise the fucking Lord. I'm not even religious. Whatever God there is, fucking thanks. Fuck me. Are you not bored of him?
Well, I unfollowed him, didn't I?
Oh, mate, he talks shit.
I used to like him and that. Well, I do like him still.
The other week he put up, right, I am not doing betting companies because it's...
Said, yeah.
And, do you know, he made a video this week. I'm in boxing for money and the bitches that come with it.
Is that what he...
What happened to being a mental health advocate?
Yeah.
A family man, doesn't care about money, who's only in it for the glory.
I do think he's capitalised on this mental health thing.
Oh, mate, as long as he's off social media for fucking, we can all have a fucking break for a couple of months.
I do like him, but
I like him just when he doesn't talk.
I unfollowed him on when he was just talking shite about Joshua all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, that Dillian White fight, Dillian signed a contract, didn't he? So we're there now. April 23rd at Wembley. They do well to sell Wembley out, by the way. Very well. But yeah, that looks.
I'm more interested in how Frank Warren's finding that money.
Me too. Imagine him now like that, for fuck's sake.
Tropo's trying to call Dillian's bluff here.
Frank, we putting them big hackers on, you know, them ones you do the first game of the season, 22. Come on.
Both teams to score and win.
Come on.
90,000 to 1.
Yeah, but yeah, hopefully the fight actually happens. Should be a funny press conference and stuff, but yeah. Glad Blake Tyson's not going to be on Instagram for much longer.
Mate. And the big one, mate, to round off on is a big fight this weekend.
Taylor Catterall, big fight, mate.
I didn't realise it was Adam Catterall who put the stat up of
Josh
Taylor's his CV, mate. Wow.
Yeah, 18-0.
He's not had any easy fights, has he? Really?
Not easy. No, I mean, you know, he won. Obviously, the Regis Prograis fight was a great fight, but
like the record all of his opponents have had is just frightening.
So he obviously gone from, he popped on the scene when he beat O'Hara Davis, didn't he? And then it's obviously Victor Postol, who's a good fighter. Ryan Martin which was a bit of a given, but he was 22-0 going into it. But Anshik, obviously form hasn't worked out, but he was a great fighter at the time. Prograis was still one of the best fighters in the world. Obviously Ramirez last time, Kong Song was a bit hero there, but you know, again, Jack Catterall 26-0. But for all the marbles at super lightweight, or most of. But yeah, it's actually all of them, isn't it? Yeah, unified division, but mate, it's an harder fight than people are giving him credit for.
Jamie Moore's
Jack Catterall, yeah. Jack Catterall's 26-0. He can whack. He's got a decent chin, decent engine. He's not fought anyone at this level, but doesn't mean he can't fight at this level. I mean, I've seen some people on Twitter saying take the odds 4-6. I think Taylor is for a KO. That's madness. I wouldn't be touching that. Like, for me, I think Taylor's the right favourite, but it's decision all day long for me. Like 13-8, I think it is. I'm backing that myself. I wouldn't put anyone off that. What is even if you want to, you know, go even safer, I'm guessing your distance bet will be decent, to be honest. There's a bit of money to be made there. Yeah, distance 11-8, so you're only sacrificing a little bit. You know, and you can get the, you know, over 10.5 at evens. You know, you're starting to get some. You can probably pick up a little bit of money there, in my opinion. I think Jack Catterall's very, very underrated. I watched him years ago. Batter's the wrong word, but beat Tom Stalker comprehensively. And he wasn't all that known there. Got a great corner. I think might he come up like, you know, wanting against someone like Josh Taylor, maybe, but it will be a competitive fight, like, I have no doubt about it.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I watched the gloves off with them.
Yeah, but I think Catterall's got like a quiet.
I liked him. He come across like.
He's not obviously not sitting there going, smash your head in, I'm going to do this and do that. But like, you know, Taylor tried to give it to him, and he said, all right, let's fucking see that. And I don't think he'd be intimidated by Scotland. I don't think he'll give Josh Taylor any respect, and you know, just let them go to war. But I think Taylor might have an eye on 147, the likes of Crawford, after this fight, moving up a division. And I think even if Catterall loses, he'll probably pick up one of the vacant titles when that happens. But yeah, I think this is a competitive fight, mate. I really do.
Yeah, Glasgow Saturday should be good.
One fighter on the undercard to keep an eye on, Paddy Donovan, 7-0. Again, one of the best prospects that I've seen. He trains under Andy Lee, so yeah, keep an eye on him.
You putting your bets up at the end of the week?
Yeah, but I think, you know, being on here, Josh Taylor by decision, if you want, you know, the bigger odds. But I think over 10.5 at evens and the fight to go the distance at 11-8. I think you can definitely buy yourself a pizza and some beers at the weekend if you're back on that, like, for sure.
Good stuff. Anything else you want to finish on?
No, lad, I think we've covered, it's a good hour, that, innit? 45 minutes, an hour. I think we've covered everything. I think UFC really kicks off next week, doesn't it? March is just sports central for us. So
it's going to be fucking exciting.
We're going to be doing a vlog of our week in Cheltenham. And,
start off with us driving down to Cheltenham. Yeah. And then obviously we'll have a bit of a... We've got this big house on the Thursday, which we'll be watching the Thursday racing from. Get a bit of a vlog done there. Vlog done for the Gold Cup Day. Vlog for the UFC. And then...
on the train back.
I'm not being a wall at the match with my camera out, but I'll...
do it, lad. Come on, Liverpool.
Come on, Reds. In match celebrations, with, like selfie while we're celebrating, no thanks. But yeah, we'll make some decent videos of that, hopefully.
Looking forward to it. I mean, as you said last week, February and March is sport person's dream, innit? We're starting to head... We're getting out of the winter. We're heading into sport domain. Yeah, the Sportcast is heading towards 50 episodes as well, so... Yeah,
no, it's been a boss little coming up to a year. Thanks again to all you who support it. Got a good few thousand who listen every weekend, and it's boss to know. Thanks for the support. If you do want to support us even more so for just the price of a pint a month,
please.
It's a month. Over the month, it's a pint.
It is. And just come, like, I promise you, someone left a comment today on Patreon about the Patreon exclusive, which was nice. He said,
seeing that, that was
you know,
nice
these
comment,
chats, he was like, the way for it anyway, because they're funny, but, you know, them events that we do, everyone in there saying, mate, this is great, and we're building a community is what we want to do. You know, there's going to be walks, quiz nights.
Yeah.
Someone wants us to make a Sunday League team.
I see it now. I'm game. I'm
game.
still play, lad. I'm still fucking playing, mate.
No, but it's all that, and I think, you know, if you think, you know, being a part of this community is a bit of you know, it's £4 a month. There's different tiers, obviously, but that's getting mingled with a bit. But yeah, come and do it, £4 a month. You will not regret it.
And do it once, listen to one episode, listen to all this, you know.
If you don't like it,
chat.
just tell us. Just write in the messages. Lads didn't like it. Listen to the Sportcast, though. We'll say no problem.
Yeah. There you go. Listen, have a belter weekend, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you.